Welcome everybody. Is there anybody on screen? No. Right, okay, well, small gathering, so hopefully we don't need to be too long. Well, they're supposed to be here, but they're not. So, right, let's start off. Let's get on to the agenda very quickly then. Hopefully it won't be a very long meeting because this is pretty straightforward. Okay then. First item then, apologies for absence, please, Rachel.
Thank you. I've not received any apologies for absence, but we do have Councillor Mrs Bowkett replacing the vacancy for this meeting only.
Right, okay. Any declarations of members' interest? Are there any? Nope. Minutes of the meeting held 26th of January 2021. For those who were here, is it your wish that I sign those as a true and accurate record? Yeah. Agreed? Thank you. Then we go on to pay policy statement. So you're going to do that, Tony?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. So, not significant change really based on what was presented last year for 21-22, and that's largely due to national negotiations which were not resolved and are still ongoing with respect to the trade unions. But as a consequence, obviously, the larger proportion of the Green Book staff have not had their inflationary pay award, as have others, which I'll come on to. The two exceptions to that are the change from last year is that the fire service management structure, obviously they've had their inflationary pay award, and the only change that is different from last year is on the main scale, spine points 1 to 15 were updated following the autumn statement of the previous year from the Chancellor, which obviously enabled employees that earn less than 24,000 to have an increase of £250. The rest of staff on that scale, obviously, that the national negotiations still haven't been agreed, as I've mentioned. There is one further exception, which because of the agreement that only came in late last week, which is nationally the chief executive pay bargaining has now been resolved with a 1.5% inflationary pay award, which brings, so at the moment in the paper it says around the 187. It is now, that will be now resolved to be 189,883. But we'll amend that for full council. So that's all I wanted to say, Chair, on that particular paper.
Thank you. As you said, Tony, apart from that, no change really. So unless anybody's got any particular issues they want to question. So we accept the recommendation. Thank you. That will then go forward to the full council next week. Okay, that's good. Right. Okay, we move on to the next meeting then, which is I propose that we exclude the press and public for the reasons set out in the report. Is that agreed? Agreed, thank you. Move on quickly to item 6.